Hello, welcome back to the rest of the Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to look at the WWE and TNA news of the last 4 days. We start on Wednesday, where former TNA wrestler Drew Galloway was interviewed by the Scottish Sun to discuss his decision not to re-sign with TNA. He said the company tried to lock him in too close to the previous contract ending. He told the newspaper, "They came to me last week with an offer and it was a very, very good one. One of the best in the company in the position as a top guy, but the reality is that they waited until the last second and I had to turn it down. Everything was so last minute I had to think about backup plans and family because it went to the wire. I was surprised I got no heads up beforehand, and when they got in touch last week they wouldn't accept no for an answer, and the financial offer was great, so it was a very hard decision to make. If all of this was said 3 weeks ago, I would have signed." Galloway said the company wanted to be positioned as the top talent in Europe, UK and the United States, but they reached out to him too late if we wanted him to stay. He noted that he has worked hard over the years and is able to do things on his own term now. When asked about WWE, he said, "WWE or any big companies would be happy to have me, but I need to explore all possibilities." About WWE specifically, he said, "It has to be the right offer, and in the end, I'm not a young kid anymore. WWE was my dream at 21, but these days it's all business." There has been mentions that both WWE and ITV have been interested in signing Galloway over the last several days, but nothing has been confirmed thus far. That was a very open and honest thing, Galloway. I was wondering if he got that booking thing stipulation in his contract where he had to give 10% of his earnings. Maybe that was something that made his factor, but didn't mention it. Speaking of TNA, Abyss appeared on Interactive wrestling radio show, and here's some of the highlights. On Anthem taking over, it's exciting times right now. The energy in the room and the energy with the boys is really strong right now. Anthem and Anthem folks have really set the table for us and think it's gonna great. Things are going great. Sorry. There's a lot of excitement and a lot of enthusiasm. I think I'm going to reflect in the shows that you see. One room have made changes at the next taping. Yeah, I mean, stay tuned. I don't want to give too much away, but I said it's a new day. You're going to see a few surprises, some new faces, some old ones as well. It's exciting times, and I really believe in my heart and in my head the shows are going to reflect that. On Impact Wrestling in 2017, I think you hit it on the head. A fresh start, a new look, a new kind of adventure for wrestling fans. We're going to see some new faces, some old faces. We're really going to build from scratch and have with some new faces. I'm kind of tripping because I don't want to give too much away. I explore wrestling fans to check it out. It's really going to be neat. On Matt and Jeff leaving the company, I don't know. There's something in the way of my head. I don't know the answer to that. I will say that Matt and Jeff have been consumed professionals in and out of the ring in TNA and Impact Wrestling in and out of the ring over the years. I have a great relationship with both of them. I think nothing but the world of them. What they did for this company is nothing short of incredible. Matt reinvented himself. Jeff, being Jeff, they're both just incredibly hard-working people. I wish them nothing but the best no matter what. And on Jeff Jarrett being in charge of TNA, nice. It feels nice. It's very comfortable. I know Jeff a long time, and everything he does, his heart and soul is in this business. His mind, he doesn't mind building this business. To see him back in charge and leading the troops, it's a comfortable feeling. Jeff's the first one in the transition for a fight. He's a great leader. He's going to reflect that in the show as well. Well, that's Abyss's comments on everything. That's quite interesting. Now we have some Kurt Angle related rumours. It was reported Tuesday that Kurt Angle is set to appear at the post-WrestleMania 33 episode of Raw on April the 3rd in Orlando, Florida. He's also scheduled to appear on the SmackDown Live episode April 4th. As we know, he's been inducted a couple of days earlier. It's also been speculated that Kurt Angle may take over the GM role from Mick Foley on Raw while he's recovering from hip surgery. We'll keep you updated on that. And now, according to ProWrestlingSheet.com, TNA is bringing back Bruce Pitchgard, formerly Brother Love, in WWE, to have both a backstage role and an on-screen role in Impact Wrestling. He will appear as an adversary position behind the scenes. Advisory position, I think that says. Sorry. But yeah, he's coming back. And now Jack Swagger appeared on somebody's podcast and announced his release from WWE, and they granted his request. Jack Swagger said his decision came down to contract negotiations not being in his favour. They were way off and they didn't value me at what I thought I was valued at. Mate, you haven't wrestled in months. You haven't been relevant since 2009. How much did you think you were worth? He is still listed on WWE roster and he's not appeared on TV in months. I'll keep you updated. I think I do actually have an update about that, but we'll talk that when it comes down. And then KNE Omega tweeted on Thursday, "Tonight we cast magic spell upon some hall with all of the young Bullet Club members in there. Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks. Team up should happen more often. #Honor Rising." And then Matt tweeted to him, "Did someone say magic? Did somebody say magic? Myself and Nefarious Brother Nero have eyes on the elite and the new wrestling in Japan. We will see you all soon." Very intriguing. Oh, and now in an interview with SportingNews.com, Big Show commented on his frustration about proposed WrestleMania match with Shaq being cancelled. Here's what he said. "It's a little frustrating because my contract ends in February 2018. I don't know what's going to happen between now and then. I don't know if this will be an opportunity for me next year's WrestleMania or not. I don't know. There's a lot of new superstars breaking out and I've done my time. This was perhaps my last opportunity to have a featured match at WrestleMania and I would have had a good time working with Shaq. But the situation where obviously it's above my pay grade between Shaq and WWE. Whatever their situation is, who knows? Either that or he says the fact that they're starting to get in really good shape and he got scared and decided he wanted to bail out. It's really easy to talk about stepping in the ring, but once you actually step into the ring, it takes a lot of courage and mental fortitude to do what we do. I understand the fact that it's something that he doesn't want to do, that he's scared of. It's fine, but don't put the blame on me because it isn't me. Just own up to it and say you're scared and that's it. That's just me talking trash. Shaq is one of the greatest big men of all time in the NBA. Without a doubt, I love him as a basketball player. He's a really good dude. This is a little frustrating on my end because it's an important thing for me. At the same time, I know that if the opportunity doesn't happen, I know that as long as I've been in this business, I'm sure I can stir some trouble up somehow at WrestleMania and get involved in something. There's somewhere I can make an impact and make it memorable. And if it turns out that I don't get to be in WrestleMania at the same time, that's okay too. I've been in the few memorable moments at WrestleMania, and WrestleMania is a showcase of the immortals. The guys that are on there deserve to be on there. They have worked hard to be on there, and they're going to give the best show they can. I'll be there. Shaq lives in Orlando, right? I'll drive over, show him I've got 3 moves, like I've said before. I've got a headbutt, a chop, and a chokeslam. Show up, and I'd be more than happy to give you all 3. Okay, well, I'll keep you updated on this situation. I haven't got any more updates in this episode. And then XPac, Sean Waltman, was backstage at the February 20th Raw in Los Angeles, gave a first-hand account on what happened when The Rock attempted to call CM Punk. Obviously, there was controversy over The Rock calling CM Punk. I was up in the gorilla position when that was all going down. I'm not going to say who was on the headset saying, cut his mic. Vince McMahon, Triple H, Vince McMahon, Triple H. Doesn't he realise that we're in a lawsuit with this guy? But nobody was really like mad. It was just like, come on, it's one of those things. Yeah, fair enough. And now, according to Dave Meltzer, there's a Let's Make TNA Great Again marketing idea that Jeff Jarrett came up with. Apparently several names from the past have been contacted, and there's talks of having Jarrett publicly bury the Dixie Carter regime on television. Please, I'd like to see that. As previously reported, Bruce Pitchcard has been brought to TNA and could appear soon on the March 9th edition of Impact Wrestling, which is being taped on Thursday. Despite reporting that Pitchcard would be backstage role, Meltzer noted that Pitchcard had only been brought in onto TV as a character due to his successful podcast. 2 names have been said to be returning: Matt Morgan and Konnan. Morgan is currently preparing a bodybuilding contest in June. It's expected he'll have a leaner look. And in regard to Konnan, it's possible that he will also bury the old TNA regime and bring back the LAX faction. Please please bring back LAX. Homicide and Hernandez are amazing. I love that faction. In the effort to make things not so out of date, Jarrett's idea is to do 4 TV tapings. 4 days of TV tapings with 6 episodes being taped. I'm up for that one. And now we have a little bit more of a Kurt Angle update. Kurt Angle did a recent interview with some dude from Sports Illustrated Extra. Mustard? I don't know. Here's some highlights. Wrestling for WWE. I don't think I'm done. I don't think I'm close to being done. I'm not going to tell you that I will wrestle for another 5 years, but I believe there are numerous matches ahead of me. WWE hasn't given me any notification that I'm going to wrestle, but I believe the fans will speak. And if it could pass a physical, if everything goes the right way with the physical, I believe I would pass it very easily. I believe there's an opportunity for the fans to see Kurt Angle wrestle in WWE. But again, I have to reiterate, I have not talked about that at all. And Impact Wrestling has made the new announcement that they have now got a new UK TV deal with Spike UK. I don't know what this means for the app. From spring 2017, Impact Wrestling TNA pay-per-views, including One Night Stand Special, will be available on Spike UK and TNA Explosion exclusively on My5 as part of the 5 channels stable available on Sky TV, 160, Freeview 131, FreeSat 141, Virgin Media 154, and other DDT platforms. They will be available on Friday nights. I think, that's the day after the impact of the American. I hope they keep it on the app because I like watching on the app. Anna Ballum Dunlop and Chris Graham, acquisition and channel manager Spike UK, added, "We're excited that Spike will be the new exclusive home of Impact Wrestling in the UK with Anthem's new leader and founder Jeff Jarrett back. This is a watershed moment for the franchise, which is a perfect fit for our Spike audience." Okay, that's good. I can't wait to see what they can do. I do hope they leave it on the app though. And then Ryback was recently on a Ross Report podcast, and he mentioned that about companies reaching out from, obviously TNA made a great offer a while back, and it's just he had no interest in going anywhere right now with anything that's going on. New Japan, I know a few guys over there. I expressed that there was a lot of interest, but I don't know who's in charge of making decisions. There's been zero contact in terms of a phone call or email or anything of that nature outside of me just hearing that they'd like to work with you. I'd love to go over there and work with KNE Omega, go over there for 2 or 3 days at a time here and there. I'd be totally for that. On being introduced to steroids, I was a guy that would never thought in a million years, Jim, that I would touch steroids or human growth hormones or anything like that. And it was Triple H, Kevin Nash and Stephanie McMahon came into Gold's gym. I was 19 and working at the front desk. I was at school full time and I was working at the gym and had some money to support myself. And they came in and talked. I talked about this before, but I loved Triple H when I was a kid, and he was one of my favourites. And we were there and we were talking about stuff, and we would just get some of the pro bodybuilders in there as well. Bloody hell. On professional bodybuilding, making it seem normal to him, it's kind of started putting me in my head a little bit that it's my choice and my adolescence mindset and comparing myself to other people rather than being the best version of myself. Okay. On WWE's policy forcing him to stop using steroids, that forced me to stop, and it's because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to do what I love to do. But for me, I suffered several consequences for using them, where it had shut down my natural testosterone production. You're a dick. Oh, and now coming off the news that Jack Swagger has been asked for his release, he's already being advertised for non-WWE events at this point. For WAW, I don't know what company that is. Sorry. I actually do have a slight more update. WWE has issued the following statement about it. Jack Swagger has not been granted his release from his WWE contract. When he is granted his release, Jack Swagger will remain under exclusive contract to WWE for 90 days, and he will be compensated accordingly during that period. So he's been advertised to face Alberto El Patron at that wrestling event, and he's not even gone. What an asshole. And now, regarding Luke Harper, there's a rumour going around that about having Harper realigned with Bray Wyatt leading up to WrestleMania. Apparently there was a push to have Harper added to the main event match at WrestleMania, but Vince McMahon decided against it because apparently he's a dick. He's an asshole. Seriously, push Bray Wyatt. He's amazing. And now with a combination of a tweet, Jim Ross tweeting about TNA in reference of Jim Ross at last night's Impact Wrestling taping, fans have speculated that JR could be joining the company. With that being said, JR shot down the rumours when he was asked about any truth to them. He said, "Not on whatsoever, Dan. The sites that are pushing that info are ill-informed and looking for clicks. You fell for it." Well, it's a shame to know that he's not going to TNA. But then again, Jim Ross is great, so he does deserve a bit better. And now, according to ProWrestlingSheet.com, the Hardys have begun talks with WWE about returning to the company. While no deal has been reached, talks have started with the Hardys' contract with TNA Impact expiring, and things are said to be looking good. Matt Hardy and the WWE, for that matter, have been putting out a little teaser online. WWE tweeted on Friday, "On this day, Matt Hardy Brown secured a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match on this episode of SmackDown in 2007. Bloody hell, I watched that episode as well. And now, this is a spoiler. If you don't want to get spoilers for Impact Wrestling, do not watch this little part. Alberto Del Rio came in to Impact to defeat Bobby Lashley for his TNA Championship on the first night. So the March 9th edition of Impact, Alberto El Patron came in and won the championship. Drew Galloway was meant to have that spot. And then according to PW Insider, another name that TNA reached out for in that spot was Bully Ray. Apparently this came really close to happening, with the company offering Ray a big money offer to return with a top spot, but the deal was not able to be reached. When it was clear that things weren't going to work out with Ray, TNA reached out to El Patron on Wednesday night and the deal was reached. There was reportedly another name that was being considered, but the identity of that person is unknown at this time. While the plan to keep Alberto El Patron's debut a secret, Ed Nordholm ended up tweeting a picture of El Patron in the ring with Jeff Jarrett. Well, congratulations, Alberto El Patron. Sorry about that spoiler. Spoiler warning over. I'm not going to mention it now. And now, this morning's New Japan Pro Wrestling event in Japan. I don't know. Let me see if I can actually put something in here. I need to translate because I don't want to say this guy's name wrong. Tomo Okihama, I think I pronounced that right, was hit with the DDT off the second rope from Jado. He did not get out after the bump and was unresponsive. The match was immediately stopped. He was stretchered out the ring and rushed to hospital. There is no word yet on the severity of the injury, but obviously there was great concern about his well-being at the injunction. Everyone from Everything Wrestling wish him and his family the best in this time. And now, according to PW Insider, The Undertaker is expected to return to WWE television this week to start the build for his WrestleMania 33 match. As we noted, The Undertaker Roman Reigns is heavily rumoured for WrestleMania. It is possible that The Undertaker could appear at Fastlane, which is backed up by Amazon UK, having a pre-order for WWE Elimination Chamber and Fastlane combo pack, which the picture showed both The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar on the front cover, despite the fact none of them are advertised for the pay-per-view. Way good job there, guys. And now we've got just a couple last stories. Bully Ray appeared at Ring of Honor's Manhattan Mayhem event and has signed with Ring of Honor. He tweeted, "Still the talk of wrestling biz now, that's how you make a delightful impact." It did have him, Matt and Jeff in there, because the Hardys have made an appearance at Ring of Honor Manhattan event and captured the tag team titles from the Books of Young. They tweeted out ROH Tag Team Champions, TNA, Omega, South America, Mid-Atlanta, Mexican, and National Tag Team Champs. So that is like, oh Jesus Christ, 7 Tag Team Championships they've claimed since they've done this Expedition of Gold. So yeah, they have now signed a deal with the promotion. So they are now part of Ring of Honor. In regards to the return to WWE, it doesn't appear that it will be happening anytime soon. According to Dave Meltzer, the Hardys deal was not short term. That's another sign that there won't be returning to WWE, is that they're once again taking more indie dates. The Hardys are reportedly very happy about signing with Ring of Honor. The decision to go to ROH was based on having creative control. In addition to that, there is no restrictions on working indie dates, and the Hardys do not have to pay any booking fees to Ring of Honor. Well, it's congratulations to them for signing to Ring of Honor. I might actually have to check out a couple of episodes of Ring of Honor now. God damn it, don't tell me that's more wrestling I have to fucking keep up with. God damn it, Hardy, just go to WWE and then I could not have to watch multiple shows. But anyway, it's been a very interesting episode of Newsroom. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Please give it a like if you have. Subscribe to see more content and I'll catch you later.